Hey y'all, I told you I was coming back. I was not gonna let you down. I got you. But dang, when I tell you that movie, when I started it, I did not know it was gonna be that long. Oh my gosh, it was really good, but that movie was long. Like I was from the time I posted that last video. I was sitting there like I'm watching and I'm taking notes, and then Tubi got ads and stuff. That took forever. So I'm gonna try to just get in. I wrote down all the details, but I'm just gonna try to get into the good juicy details for you. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe one day on the Patreon, of course, when we make it, and we'll go over there and just react to the doggone movie. Okay, but for now, we just gonna thug it out just like this. Let me move my remote and stuff out the way because I just realized it was in my background. Okay, so the Tubi movie that I had to come and tell y'all about today is called Rejection. It's so good, y'all. It was so good. Okay, so it starts off in the scene, right, with this girl. Her name is Samantha, and she's sitting on her bed. She got her laptop, and on the back of her laptop, instead of like an Apple symbol, she got like Mrs. Davis written on her laptop or whatever with a little note thing. And so she typing and stuff, and you can barely hear, like, the quality ain't that great, so I could barely hear what she was saying, but you could tell she was in a fan group, and she was replying back to somebody named Sexy Sheila. Um, don't ask me who that is, but she was replying back to them, and she was like, "And you're just a fangirl, and blah blah blah, and furthermore, Sexy Sheila, I know the real Nelson, okay?" And then so I was like, okay, what am I getting myself into? Like, the movie was so long, I'm literally forgetting parts. Like, I'm stuttering. Let me calm down, y'all. Let me calm down. So that's how it started off. So that it captivated me. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Let me check my notes. I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss nothing. For real, I don't. Oh, so she was laying in the bed. The news thing came on saying that Nelson, which is the fan group thing the dude that she fanning over, is coming to the ATL to shoot a movie and stuff like that or whatever. And so she's like, she's all excited and stuff. And next thing you know, she go in her closet, she starts like pulling out clothes for some reason. And then she pulls out this shirt and she's like, look. Hold on, I need a prop. Hold on. Look. Like, she pulled out the shirt, right? And she's like, still smells just like him. I was like, what the fuck? And then she had a picture of him, right? She goes and licks the picture, y'all. I was like, what am I watching? What am I getting myself into? That was literally like the first good 10 minutes, maybe. The movie was so damn long, y'all, but it was good. So, what happened after that? Okay. Yeah. I wrote all that down. Um. Oh yeah, so she was sitting in the room talking to her roommate and stuff like that. Y'all can't see me. I'm trying to like remember because this shit was so long, y'all. I promise you that movie's long as hell. Um, 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 um. Oh, so a friend that was asking her what was she doing because she, what's going on and stuff, and she was like, "I'm just in the fan group waiting for Nelson to respond to me." And the friend like, "You think he really be in them groups?" And she was like, "Well, I actually reached the roommate, her name Erica." She was like, "Well, I actually reached out to Nelson's manager and I told him about the reunion, the high school reunion that's coming up and stuff. So maybe, hopefully, he'll show up there and y'all be able to meet up there and stuff." And so she's like, "What? Like, maybe he might be." And the friend, like, edging it on, like, Samantha and Nelson sitting in the tree. edging it on, but the girl, like, she's serious. She like, ah, and she's like, hey, you're still such a fangirl over him. And she's like, I'm not a fangirl. Those girls on that chat are fangirls. I am a true admirer. And the friend was like, oh, okay then. Okay, bitch. I hear you, boo. I won't say nothing else. Okay. And so let me see. What had happened after that? Okay, so after that, it had cut to Nelson and his manager. They talking about the movie and stuff. Blah 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 blah. He told Nelson was telling him about the reunion, that he wanted to go and stuff, and the manager was actually encouraging him to go. He's like, okay, yeah, we can get the public involved, the media. This could blow up the movie, and like, yes, you should definitely go. Blah blah blah. So what happened after that? Oh, but he strictly told him, don't be out there with no women. Don't be trying to fall in love with nobody, because you're gonna fuck up the brand. Like, I need you to be a single man. Like, this is our brand. This is what we're building. I work too hard for you. Like, period. Like, don't do none of that. Don't do nothing stupid. Period. All right? You got it, Nelson? All right. So, after that, oh, okay. So Nelson at his hotel room right now, right? And so he had a knock on the door, and it's the assistant of the writer of the movie that Nelson will be acting in, and she came to give him the script and pick him up so he can go meet the writer, and they can meet and chat and stuff, blah 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 blah. After they meet, they're like, okay, yeah, okay, like, hey, it's gonna be so great, blah blah. So the writer was like, hey, she asked the assistant, can you take him back to his room for me? Like, can you drive him back to his room? Okay, so on the way there, he was like, can you stop me by my old high school? I just want to, reminisce a little bit. So she was like, all right, no problem. Cool. So he over there standing, like, at the little gate thing by the school. And guess who pops up, honey? Who else? Samantha ass. I said, oh, Lord, where she come from and how she even know he was there? I don't know. So she pops up. He didn't even notice her. He was looking over here to, like, holding on to the little fence thing, and she just, like, comes up on this side, and she was like, you still an all-star to me. He like, excuse me? Do I know you? What the fuck? Back up, ho. So he didn't say it like that. But he was just, like, confused because he didn't know who it was or whatever. He was like, do I know you? And she was like, it's me, silly. It's me, Samantha. And he's like, oh, Samantha, like, hey, it's been a long time, blah, blah. So they, like, catching up, talking about old days, stuff, blah, 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 blah. And what happened? Of course, she was flirting with him the whole conversation. And he's like, oh, and then she asked him about the reunion. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, whatever. I gotta go, I'm gonna go show support and stuff, whatever. And she was like, maybe I can get that dance in. And he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be there that long. I'm just gonna show my face, so I ain't really even gonna be there that long. So, you understand. And so he was like, the lady was like, all right, Nelson, Bo, bring your ass on. Like, I gotta get back to the office, nigga. I gotta work. Like, I'm clocked in. Like, come on. Like, I gotta drop you off. Like, I gotta go. And so he was like, oh, all right, I gotta go. Sam, good seeing you. I gotta go. She was like, oh, wait. My car's parked right here. I can just take you home. And he like, no, that's what she gets paid to do. So, and she's like, oh, okay. I get it. That's our life or whatever. And so she goes in for a hug. And he like, you know that one-handed hug, they like this, but she like, he like, oh, you can tell he's like so uncomfortable, like, but he was just like, let me keep it cool, let me get the fuck up out of here, type shit. Okay, so yeah, so that confirmed that he was coming to the reunion for her. That was good enough for her. That made her damn day. So, what happened? Y'all, I had to write so many pages of notes, but I'm just trying to give y'all the basics. What happened, you know? Oh, okay. So she had got back, right? And she was like, telling her friend everything and stuff. She's like, yeah, I just met up with Nelson and stuff, and he coming to the reunion and boom, 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 or whatever and stuff. And she was like, oh, so like he confirmed it, like for real, for real? Because I was nervous when I was talking to the manager. I didn't know if he was gonna come or not, like for real. But he is, like, okay, like this is great, But he's still our friend. Please don't make him feel uncomfortable. Like we want him, he ain't gonna be here long. Let's try to make him feel as comfortable as possible. Don't overdo it. That's basically what the friend was trying to tell her. Don't overdo it, because I know how you is, ho. You know what I'm saying? Don't overdo it. That literally, that's what that scene was. So after that, cut backs to Nelson. He goes back, he gets back to his room. He gets back to his room. This is why I don't edit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mess up now, but I ain't editing this shit out. I'm sorry. So he gets back to his room, right? He walk in, he on the phone with his manager, right? And so when he left, he had like his clothes and stuff on the bed. So he looked, all his shit gone. He like, what the fuck? Where's my shit? So he looking around and he looks in the closet. Somebody came in his room and hang up all of his clothes in the closet all neatly and shit. So he's like, what the fuck? So he tells his manager about it and stuff. And so after that scene, I'm assuming it's nighttime. Literally, baby, I tell you, the quality of this movie is not that great, because I had the TV up loud so I can hear. But baby, when I tell you this next scene, I think I had it up a little bit too loud. When I tell you, the shit was up loud. It was like, okay, he in the bed sleep, but that's where we at. He in the bed sleep. Like, it was so loud. It was like the microphone was down his throat, and they had it turned to the max volume and gain, and noise reduction was turned all the way on low. I was like, what the? I had to hurry up and turn the thing down. It scared me. I jumped. I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, so he in the bed sleep, right? Next thing you know, we see Samantha ass standing in his doorway. Like, she's literally the bed right here. She's standing over here, like in his doorway, just just looking at him and stuff. Next thing you know, she taking off her damn Victoria's Secrets, honey, and she threw him on the bed, and it laying right by his damn pillow. I said, oh shit, girl, what the hell you got going on? So he wake up the next morning and he turn over. He like, what the fuck? That shit was funny, I ain't gonna lie. He was like, what the fuck? Oh, hold on. I ain't trying to edit nothing. He was like, what the fuck? And he calls and requests a room change and stuff like that. And then so after that, Samantha gets home. Her roommate like, where you been, Bo? Where you been? And she's like, I just went for a run. Just went for a run. And the roommate kind of figured she was lying a little bit. Like, something you ain't telling me, bitch. And she was like, you didn't happen to run by Nelson's room, did you? She's like, no. What do you think? I'm some kind of psychopath? No. And then she like walks off into her room after that. Okay, so that's how that scene ended. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at. Okay, here I am, right here. Oh, so next scene, the manager, the manager was telling him change the plans. The writer changed the dates and times and stuff. So you ain't gonna have time to go to this reunion, my nigga. Like, I ain't know what to tell you. Like, and it's her shit, so you gotta go by her rules. You ain't gonna have time to go to reunion, so I don't know what to tell you about that. So Nelson was like, look, man, you know how important this reunion is to me. Like, I want to show my face. Like, at least just show my face. And the manager like, look, man, you don't need to go to this reunion. Like, he like really trying to convince him now not to go, especially since he got so many fangirls. And it's like people breaking into your room and throwing drawers on the bed and stuff. You know, he like, I don't want nobody coming in and next thing you wake up, the matching bra on the pillow next to you. You know, like, I'm trying to keep you safe here. Like, don't go to the reunion. At least think about it, please. He literally begging Nelson. So Nelson's like, okay, I'll think about it. Okay. So Nelson said he gonna think about it. All right. So after that, Nelson gets up, right? Because somebody knock on the door. They in Nelson's new hotel room, right? So they knock on the door. Bitch, why? Tell me why. They got the TV on in the background. I didn't see it before. They didn't show that before, but they had a TV playing in the background. Tell me why. Literally, Tubi porn playing in the background. I'm like, what are y'all watching? What are y'all watching? This supposed to be a business meeting. What y'all watching? But that ain't important. That ain't even no important detail. It's just I had to throw that in there because I was like, what are y'all watching? Come on, we know that's all on dang on Tubi. You know, we know. You ain't got to tell us. So anyway, he answers the door and he looks down. Somebody put roses at his new hotel room door. So somebody knows where his new hotel room is. And apparently they didn't even put the room like in his name. They had it in a fake name and all that. So he sits back down and he gets a text from Sam, right? Out of nowhere, he gets flowers, and then all of a sudden Sam's texting him, and she was like, I just want to make sure you're okay, and I can't wait to see your new movie and stuff. And he looked very irritated. He was like, damn, what does this bitch keep texting me? Like, she annoying, I mean, I wouldn't know because I hope I ain't never did that to a nigga. I try not to, you know what I'm saying? I promise I try, but I'm sure dudes been through that. Like, damn, this bitch keep texting me, boy, leave me alone. I don't want you. So he was giving off that type of vibe. And the manager was like, what's going on, man? Like, you ain't telling me something. He's like, nothing, boy. It's just spam. Like, I'm good. Everything good. Like, whatever. Everything good. So, he ends up calling Erica, which is the roommate, Samantha's roommate. He ends up calling her over there because apparently they cousins. I don't think they was just friends. I think they cousins. So he calls her over there. She comes and shit. He trusts her. He gets her to make him a quick itinerary that can fit the times in so that he can make it to the reunion just to pop in and then still make it to his his acting shit that he got to do. So she comes over and, they just chatting and shit, talking about Sam a little bit. And he's like, yeah, she look way different now and stuff. And yeah, I ain't recognize her. Yeah, she said to be a crush on you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. So after that, let me see what happened after that. Oh, she let him know that she was gonna send him a driver, right? At 7. All right. Roommate gets back. This ain't really important, but the roommate got back home. Sam was sitting in the chair, and the roommate was like, guess who I just met up with, girl? And she's like, I just met up with Nelson, and it's official. He's coming to the reunion. And Sam was like this. I already told you that. And the roommate was like, okay, I just still needed to get a confirmation so I can make sure everything was straight, like I just had to confirm everything and make sure everything was good and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Sam was just fool, like for real, like Sam fool. But anyway, during that scene, Sam was on live in the little group chat thing. She was on live. She was already on for about 30 minutes. That's what she was doing. Tell me why. Sam is on the live and she like talking to the people and she's like, guess what? The real Nelson is going to be my +1 to the reunion. How cool is that? That man ain't say a damn thing about he gonna be your +1, girl. Stop lying to them people. That's what I was thinking. But I ain't say it out loud. I ain't want to hurt her damn feelings, you know? You know. So, yeah, of course, the comments was going crazy. You got, oh my God, the comments from the fangirls. They was like, so, girl, like, I just want to eat this. You know, them type of comments, you know. So, what happened? I think the roommate ended up walking out. And then after she ended the live, she was like, sexy Sheila is going to be so jealous. I don't know who the hell Sexy Sheila is. I don't even know if we ever found out, y'all. I really don't know. So, after that, the next scene, Nelson was laying on his bed, reading over his script, right? And he gets a call at his new hotel room from Sam. He like, okay, what's up? You know, what's good, girl? You know, what's good? And she was like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, she laying on the bed. I don't know if I could, hold on, let's see. She laying on the bed like this. I'm just thinking, like that, one of them type things. She's like, I was just sitting here thinking about the reunion and about you and stuff, you know. And I was wondering if you would be my date to the reunion. And he was like, look, Sam, you know, I think it'd be best if we just went as friends, you know. I just, you know, I don't want to complicate things, you know. I just think it'd be best if we went as friends, you know. And she was like, okay, I understand. I totally understand, you know. And then right before they was about to hang up, right? My mic on, yeah. It's Nelson was like, hey Sam. She's like, yes. She thought he was about to change his mind or something. No, boo boo. He was like, how did you get the information to call my room? She was like, Nelson, I'm going through a tunnel. I'm losing signal. I'm going through a tunnel. And she hung up that damn phone so fast on his ass. That shit was funny. That was pretty funny now, because I ain't heard that in a long time. Like, oh Lord. And then, oh my God. This next scene, y'all. This next scene was like, because this video getting kind of long. I don't know if y'all like long videos like that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to cut out the meaningless shit after this part. But this scene is what like really sold her as a freaking actor. Because I think probably if you ain't married young, maybe, I think all of us women done felt like this before. And she really, really played this part, y'all. So look, she like this. She was like this, but I'm too far from the camera to be like that, so I'm gonna be like right here. So she was crying, right? First prom, and now the reunion. Why do you keep rejecting me? Why do you keep rejecting me? Like, y'all, when I tell y'all I felt that part because she played that shit so well. Like, she was hitting the bed with her hands and she was like, why do you keep rejecting me? You know what I'm saying? Like, she played the hell out of that part. Like, I don't know. I have to go back and look what the actor name is, child, but she played the hell out of that part. Now, she did that. Go girl, for real. Anyway, she was like, after she had a little breakdown, she calmed down a little bit. She was like, he just doesn't know what he wants. I have to show him what he wants. I'm a grown woman now. I gotta show him what he wants. I'm what he wants. I'm what he needs. And so it cuts like that. I was like, okay, what's going on? What about to happen, bitch? So anyway, I'm about to cut this shit short, y'all, because I got, what happened? Let me see. Where I'm at. Oh, okay, so this is important. Nelson was outside, waiting on his ride, right? And Sam pulls up. She was like, shit, you can ride with me. We going to the same place, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He was like, all right, cool, let's go. Well, we're going to the same place. So they in the car. She actually admits to him that she has feelings for him. And he's like, I really appreciate you telling me that, but I just always liked you as a friend. Like, I think we should be friends and, not complicate things. Let's just be friends. I just want to be friends. And she's like, okay, did you hear that? He was like, no, I ain't hear nothing. She was like, I think it's a tire. So she pulls over on the side of the road and they get out or whatever. And so he calls his manager on the phone, right? He's like, look, man, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, next thing you know, hold on, let me remember what she did. Did she? Hold on. I'm trying to remember what she did. I can't remember if she had. Yeah, she had stabbed him. She stabbed him in the neck with the doggone needle. And it was something to knock him out, paralyze his ass. So he was out cold. And so his phone had dropped in the woods over there. So she puts his body in the trunk. The manager's still on the phone. He's like, Nelson, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? Nelson, what's going on? Nelson. Like, what's up? What's going on? So after that, she puts him in the trunk and it cuts to the manager calling 911, like, explaining everything. It's like, hey, I don't know exactly where he at. I really don't know, but y'all need to help. Like, for real, like, it's serious. Like, y'all need to help. We got this movie coming up. We got this movie to shoot. God damn it, anime. We got this show to do. Y'all need to come do something. You know what I'm saying? Type cheese. So anyway, after that, we show up at this house, right? And she dragging him down the hall and shit. And she ends up tying him up to the chair and putting a little ball gag in his mouth. Like all that shit. Like had him tied up, whatever. The next day he actually wakes up, and she being crazy and shit. She like, welcome to our new home, darling. Type shit or whatever. So she left him. What happened? She ended up leaving him in that room, and she went to go wash her face and shit. And she had like work hard, something written in blood on her mirror. What was it? I wrote it down. Oh no, what? Be great, work hard. She had that written in blood on her mirror, right? And she was in there talking to herself, having flashbacks about when she asked him to prom and he said no, and stuff like that. And like one of her personalities was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. And the other personality was like, you go get your man. You deserve him. It's like, oh my God, this is wrong. You deserve him. You worked hard for him. That's your man. He belongs here. Type shit like that. Like, bitch was going crazy. And then Nelson ass, he trying to escape. Like, he knocks the chair over and falls on the floor. And she hears him and she goes in there and pulls the chair back up. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're like a little freaking toddler. Like, oh my God, I'm trying to do this. So what she does is, what the thing, chlorophene, something, thing you pour in the rag and then and they breathe it in and pass out. She did that to him. Okay, so what happened after that? That's important because this video getting long. She's still being crazy. She fixed him. She put a little table on, like a little date thing, and she had on a little 50s, not cute, little nice housewife dress, little pink. It was cute. I ain't gonna lie. And she put a little folding table there, candles. This bitch puts down a damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a dang on fruit punch Hi-C in front of that man, right? And her ass over there with a glass of wine and looked like steak and lobster and rice or something like that. Or whatever. So she take the thing out of his mouth so he can eat or whatever, and she untied him a little bit. She like, all right, I'm just gonna untie you a little bit just so you can eat. And he like, Bo, like, why are you doing this, Bo? Like, come on, like, just let me go. Like, come on, man. You ain't gotta do this. Like, just let me go. Just let me go. So that pisses her off, and she puts the thing back in his mouth and takes his plate away. That's how that scene went. I mean, that wasn't very important. I'm literally trying to cut out the important stuff, y'all. I promise. Um. So after that, we got the cop. This lady cop. She shows up, and she's talking to the manager and shit, and the family. They at Hit Nelson's family's house, and they telling them about the manager told the cops that the roommate reached out to him about him attending the reunion and stuff. So they're like, okay, well that we can start there. Like that's a good lead or whatever, and shit. And then blah blah blah. They was just talking, trying to keep it low profile, keep it out the media, blah blah blah. Cut back to Sam. She's still, I guess I'm thinking it's the next day. She gives him the sandwich back, right? And she puts it there, and she's like, "You need to eat, Bo." Like basically, like you need to eat. You gonna have to eat. So she take the thing out of his mouth again. She's like, she eating oatmeal or something, and he like, "Bo, look, Bo, you don't have to do this. Like, do you want to go to jail? Like, you're gonna go to jail." Like, she's like, "I'm not gonna go to jail. I have my ways." Blah blah blah. But it pisses her off, so she gets up and she takes the sandwich and she shoves it in. She's like, "Eat your food! Eat your food, Elsa!" And she shoves it in his beard and just smears it all over his beard and stuff. And she's like, "Now look at you! I gotta go clean up, you stupid little man! You stupid little man!" I was like, "Oh my god, this bitch is crazy!" And then she in the beginning of that scene, she took his dang on shirt off and all that mess. And I ain't gonna lie, them muscles, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. You might want to go watch just for that, because you know what I'm saying. So anyway, in the next scene, the cops show up the Erica house where the roommate and Sam live. Erica was like, "Sam ain't here. Like, something I can help you with?" Being difficult and shit. She's like, "Look, man, like, can I ask you a couple questions about her? Blah, blah, blah." She like, "No, like, I ain't gonna say, she like, I don't fuck cops type shit, Like, not like that. She ain't say that, but she's like, "No, come back with a warrant, and then you can come in." She like, "Look, Bo, like, if I come back with a warrant," because she done annoyed the cop at this point. "If I come back with a warrant now, things gonna get nasty. They gonna really get real up in here. You know what I'm saying?" So the girl was like, "Well, like I said, come back with a warrant." So that scene ended like that or whatever. Erica was being difficult, and she didn't want to let the lady in the house. So blah, 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 blah. After that, in the next scene, I'm thinking it's maybe the same night. Bitch, Sam got a whole damn theater room, bitch. A whole theater room, right? In the front in the second row, she got stuffed animals sitting in the doggone seats, and her and Nelson in the two back seats. I'm like, what the fuck? She out there eating popcorn and shit. And Nelson like, "Oh, please." Like, he's still begging for it. He's still begging, y'all. He trying. He really trying. He like, "Man, please, man. Please, man. He was like, what he said was, he was like, "I just didn't find you attractive back then, Like, I just saw you as a friend." And that set her off, bitch. That set her off. She got up. She said, "You think I'm ugly? You don't like me?" And then she grabbed his knife and put it to his neck. It was a cute little knife, though. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was cute as fuck. It was a clear knife. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm gonna have to order me a set. But anyway, she had it up to his neck and shit. And he was like, I was just young back then, though, I didn't know what I wanted, but I know now. So she finally and backs off and sits her ass down and continues watching the movie. I was like, Lord, this whole crazy child. Oh my god. Like, the girl is fool. What happened? Oh, so they was in the I guess Nelson had his location on his phone. and the manager had it, and like so he was able to meet up with maybe like a private detective or either somebody else on the team, some lady. I don't know where the hell she came from really, but they met up where it's saying his phone was pinging out. He was like, let's just look around for any clues, anything, like we got to get this movie done, anime, we got to get this movie done, like we got to find him. So they just start looking for 2 seconds, and it was like, oh my god, it's Nelson's phone. They looked and they looked and grabbed his phone off the ground and shit. And it was like, this is his phone. So they got the phone, and what happened? After that, they all of them met up at Nelson's family's house with the mom and the brother and all that, right? So they started asking, they went through his phone and shit and started asking about Samantha and stuff. Sorry y'all, my nose is so runny. But the mama was telling the cops that Sam had a mental breakdown a couple of years ago and her parents died and stuff. And it was like, all right, okay, because that's important because, you know, she is a person of interest. So after that, we cutting back to Sam, okay? This man's still sitting up in a damn chair, tied up. It was a rocking chair, too. I knew he was uncomfortable. He's still sitting up there, tied in the dang old chair. And she like, look, I got to go to the stop. And she takes his shoes off and stuff. She was like, so you can't go, so you can't run off no way, something like that, she said. And so she injects him with this needle that paralyzes him, right? So she leaves, and this Superman bitch, when she leave, this man actually got the strength out the whatever the hell it was she damn sticked in him. He got the strength. It took him, that scene took about 10 damn minutes, Lord. But he crawling down the hallway, and he made it to the phone, and he called his mama. And his mom's like, oh my god, Nelson, is that you, baby Nelson? And then brother come, he's like, I'm gonna record it and shit. And so Samantha walks in, and she's like, she don't see him, she's like, Nelson. And then the mama and the brother hears that in the background, and what are you doing? And that's Samantha in the background talking, and they're recording, right? So they hear all of this, blah blah blah. Nelson puts the phone down, and he dragged his way and made it to the bed. And once he like tried to prop himself up on the bed, she had like this hammer thing. I don't know if it was a hammer, but like one of them hammer things. And she said, "Bow!" And knocked his ass in the back of the head and knocks him out cold, completely cold, not dead, but cold. You know what I'm saying. So after that. Okay, it's almost over, y'all. I swear it's almost over. Oh, I didn't even need that page. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. Oh, they had called the cops. That's where I'm at. They had called the cops and told them about the phone call that Nelson had called them and stuff, or whatever. And then, so they was able to trace the call and get like a circumference of the area where the call came from. All right. And so they had, remember I told you it was recording, and they had to like use the technology and figured out that it was Samantha's voice. So that prompted them to get a warrant and go back to Erica's fucking house. So it was, this time it's 2 cops. It's the lady cop, and they put on a partner. You need a man cop too. So they put him on 2. So they pull up. They like, look, bitch, move out the way. We got a warrant this time, ho. Move. So they bust up in there, whatever, whatnot. So the man cop, he goes straight to Samantha's room, and he was like, you need to come see this. And the lady cop, she come running down there, and she's like, and I'm like, what they see? Because they ain't show us what they see. And then the man cop saw her laptop. He like, I'm about to see if I can break this password and get in here or whatever. You know, on the wall, what they saw was this bitch got pictures of Nelson all over the wall with I love you and Mrs. Davis and my husband and blah, 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 blah. And somehow he was able to get into the girl computer and shit and saw that she was in all these group chats, and he was trying to like really stress the importance of the situation to the fucking roommate because she's still acting dumb, you know. You know, she's like still acting dumb. Like I didn't know it was this bad. Like, girl, about how I knew and you ain't know. So he was like, you know, this can be dangerous, like for real. Like this can be fucking dangerous. I've seen things like this before. Like we ain't even got much time, like dead ass. So after that, let me see what happened after that. Oh, the cops had left, right? And so Erica ended up calling Samantha. First she didn't answer. Then she called her again and she answers this time and she was like, yes, hello. And she's like, girl, where you at? She's like, I'm in the middle of something right now. And then Nelson, smart ass in the background, he's like, she's lying, please help me, please help me. And finally, fucking Erica gets the message. She's like, oh my God, girl, like, oh my God. And she's like, I gotta call the cops. So she calls the fucking cops and tells them what happened and shit or whatever. And then in the midst of that, they spot Samantha's car, and it was at her old family's home. That's where they was at, right? So the two cops pull up, right? It's just two cops, but they was acting like they was in SWAT team type shit, you know? They up there like dun 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 dun. Like that type teams, you know what I'm saying? So they pulling up and shit. And so they look in the window, right? And they see Samantha ass in a goddamn wedding dress. I said, what the fuck? So it cuts to Samantha and she walks in, you know, and she got the little bouquet and shit and walks up to Nelson. She's like, guess what? I was able to find whatever to ordain us, whatever to marry us in our home. Isn't that wonderful? And he's like, okay, I'll marry you, but you gotta clean me up first. And then she was like, okay, baby. Okay, let me go get a towel. Like, let me clean you up. Oh my God, you're really gonna be my husband. Oh my God. Dun, 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 dun. And she walks in the bathroom, right? So that's when the two cops come through the front door. You know that dun, 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 around every corner type shit, you know. And so the man cop, he actually goes in the room where Nelson was at, and he goes up to Nelson. He like, hey, like, you okay? Like, you know, where is she right now? He's like, she's coming. So the man cop runs in the closet and shit. He hiding in the closet, right? And so Samantha comes back, you know, with the rag, and she was about to wipe him off, and she heard something in the closet, and she's like, what was that? Yeah, you know, she had to pull out her gun. She pulled out that gun. As soon as she stood up, she was like this. Hold on. She was like this over him trying to wipe him off, right? She heard so she's like, what was that? She pulled that gun out. As soon as she turned like this, she wasn't even all the way turned yet. She was like, that damn lady cop said, drop your doggone weapon, Samantha. Drop your weapon. And I ain't playing with you. Drop it right now. And so, what had happened after that? Oh my God. Yo, it was so good. It was so good. Oh, y'all, I threw my pen. I got it. So, yeah, she's like, drop your gun. And she still had her gun. Both of them still had their guns drawn. She was like, I know who you are. Sexy Sheila. And the girl was like, who? Like, bitch, you confused. Like, you're confused. Like, she was like, you're here to take Nelson from me. But guess what? That's not gonna happen. Okay? Like, you know, she's like, just drop your weapon. Like, drop your weapon. We can just, like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I ain't got time for this shit, basically. And anyway, so she was like, she started fake. I think she was fake crying, or it could be her other personality, like I was saying earlier. But she was like, this is all I ever wanted. I just wanted to be married. And I just wanted to be with Nelson, and that's all I wanted him. You're gonna take him away from me. And so the lady cop, she was like, okay, just calm down. We can talk. And Samantha was like, back up. I knew it. I knew you came here for him. You want to take him away from me. You want him for yourself. And she's like, look, man, you confused. Like, chill out, man. You like, drop the gun. And she's like, no. She's like, what'd she say? She's like, and I don't even know why you call yourself sexy Sheila. I ain't nothing sexy about you. And she's like, well, it's gonna be sexy when I shoot your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was funny. I'm sorry, I had to include that. It was not important at all, but I had to include it. And so she was like, Sam points the gun at Nelson, basically. She's like, look, bitch, if I can't have him, you can't either. And she was about to pull the trigger, and finally, the jackass in the closet shoots Sam, and yeah, the scene fades to black type shit. So in the ending scene, we have Nelson finally. If I drop this pen one more time, we have Nelson finally in the office, and they're talking about their filming and thing. And the writer was like, "Well, we got good news. We were able to like write your injury into the script because I guess he got like a graze shot thing, so he like kind of got a little limp, you know what I'm saying?" And so they was in there talking, and the manager and the writer was sitting there talking, and it was just like, oh my God, you know what would be a good idea, Anime? You know, we should write a story about what just happened to you. Like, wouldn't that be a great idea? I can get Regina King to play Samantha. I know I can get Regina to play her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good idea, Nelson. Nelson, what you think? And you know, like, Nelson just chilling, you know, he was like, you know, he just chilling. So he was like, so Nelson was about to leave, you know. Nelson, like, look, like, leave me alone. But anyway, the manager was like, Nelson, what you think? And so Nelson was like, I just thought about it, and no. And then he starts walking into the camera like this. Oh my God. And then at the end, they had this bomb ass song playing, y'all. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. Tubi music usually don't be hitting like that, but the song was like, rejection, revenge. I was like, oh shit, okay, I can dance to this. Man. It's kind of good, y'all. I was like, and then I was like, oh, thank you, Lord, this movie over my hand hurt, bitch. But anyway, so that's how the movie had ended and stuff. Tell me what y'all had thought about it. Like I said, when we get our Patreon up and shit, we can actually just go over there and actually watch it. And then I'll still on the YouTube, I can still always take notes and do it like I'm doing now. Because I don't mind this because, like I said a million times, I like to talk. Yes, the video long. Sorry, I apologize. I did not know that movie was that long when I started it, but it was too late at that point, okay? So if I had to suffer, you guys suffer too. You guys sit there and listen to me, doggone it. But anyway, y'all, like the video if y'all like stuff like this. Comment. Let me know some more Tubi movies y'all might want to listen to me talk about or whatever or whatnot. And definitely subscribe so we can grow our bubble. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to see y'all later. I don't know about the day now. I don't know about the day because the sun almost going down. Anyway, you know, I don't know. But I'm going to see you later. Okay? Bye, y'all.